Welcome to I Have Issues, a comic book show where I talk about comic book related subjects that I have an issue with, and today we're going to be talking about some of the things going on over at Marvel. Now, I think most people know about a lot of the things Marvel's done in recent years, and certain changes some people took issue with. Namely, changes to their heroes. Things like Thor becoming a woman, the introduction of Miles Morales, Sam Wilson becoming Captain America, the establishing of several legacy characters for older heroes, and a few other things I could mention. Now, Marvel has gotten praise for bringing a level of diversity to their cast of heroes, and that's a good thing. Things can't stay the same forever, and after so many years of the same thing, it was nice to see Marvel trying so many new ideas. Now they seem to be swinging back the other direction for some reason. First, they announced that they blame failing comic sales on introducing more diverse superheroes. Then there was the summer where one of their most respected heroes became a Nazi, followed by the two most recent topics of them canceling several books with some of the newer characters or newer takes on the characters, and then there's the rules set for Marvel Create Your Own. Now, as far as the diversity comment goes, most people know that that was bullshit. Most fans reported that that wasn't an issue, and it was more about how things were written and the overwhelming amount of event comics that plagued the industry. And then there's the Nazi thing that was complete shit, and you should never read that story. Don't ignore its existence or anything, but don't read it. With the cancellations, they've said it's due solely to the sales numbers of each book, but some of the ones they've canceled, Iceman and America, haven't been around long enough to really reach a good spot yet. Hell, the first volume of Iceman, at the time of recording this, isn't even on the shelves yet, so there really isn't enough time to gauge how well the book will do, and America's hasn't even been around a full year yet. And then you have the rules for Marvel Create Your Own. Marvel Create Your Own, for those who don't know, and I didn't before I wrote this script, is a Marvel property where Marvel lets fans come in and use pre-made assets to create their own comic strips. It's essentially a fan fiction site that Marvel owns. And the rules they've set are a bit limiting. Now, some things are fine. Nudity and pornographic images aren't allowed, and neither are the use of certain Marvel products. You don't have permission to use those, and since it's Marvel's thing, they're allowed to have that limitation. But then there's things like no drinking, no violence unless it's approved by the guys running the site, no prescription drugs or over-the-counter medicines, nothing that could scare people, no alternative lifestyles, and no sensationalism, things like aliens, gossip, or scandal to provoke interest in the book. Like turning Captain America into a Nazi, you hypocritical mother... Calm down. Calm down. All of which seems like kind of stupid choices. It's an incredibly limiting set of rules that makes it seem like all the fans are really allowed to do is take a few of the toys out of the box, hit them against each other a few times, and call that a story. So between Marvel blaming diversity for low comic sales, turning several prominent characters into Nazis, canceling several books led by the previously mentioned diverse cast, and now all of these restrictions on the fans, it kind of paints Marvel in a pretty bad light. One that shows them shunning any real change or development for their stories and embracing an older way of thinking. I was going to say it's them trying to be more family-friendly, but that's a pretty twisted view on family-friendly if Nazis are okay, but alternative lifestyles, like say a character being gay, somehow aren't. Really, I just don't get some of Marvel's choices. They get a lot of praise from what I've seen for introducing new kinds of heroes for their movies and one or two other things. But these few news bites worry me that Marvel might be going down a different path that really might not be for the best. Evolution of characters is important, and representing different kinds of people is just as important. So don't take that away from people and characters once they have it. If newer characters aren't doing well at the start, give them time. You can't expect every hero to be Iron Man or Spider-Man right off the bat. That's a big shadow to get out of. Give them time to grow, and hopefully you can develop them to that point later on down the road. But really, only time's going to tell how this all plays out. I'm still going to read the Marvel stories I enjoy, and a few new ones, and hopefully who's ever making the stupid decisions at that company can pull their head out of their ass. And that's it for me. Now, some of the things I talked about today might have gotten more coverage since I've recorded this, so please, I encourage you to seek them out, form your own opinion, and gain a better understanding of what I was talking about. And if you want, you can come back here and talk to me about them. That's what the comment section is for anyway. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have yourselves a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time.